What up, it's Brandon here. Welcome back to the Tip Trick series, the series where I try to teach you a new trick. This week what we're going to be learning is the unity grind. In this video I'm going to tell you what the unity is. I'm going to give you some recommendations on what you should learn it on and what you should know before you try this trick. I'm going to break the trick down to 4 steps and I'll finish it off by telling you some tips for doing the trick on different obstacles like ledge and coping. So what is the unity? The unity is a trick invented by John Julio, which I feel like a lot of people didn't know about and I think they should. It essentially is an H-block grind with your legs crossed. It can be done front side, back side, switch and regular. And the way you work out which one's switch and which one's regular is it's whatever one you learn first. The best way to describe the 2 different ways to do the unity is like a porn star and one's like a top acid. The top acid way being you're doing a top acid, right? But you move your top side foot into the H block and then that's the unity. Porn star one being a porn star, you move your sole foot into the unity, you know, if that makes sense. In this video I'm going to be teaching you the porn star way just because I find it much easier and I think it looks the best and it's the easiest to learn full stop. So yeah, now before we get into learning this trick, I'm just going to give you some recommendations. First off, I'm going to recommend that you're a master of the porn star grind. If you want a tutorial for that, I do have one, so check it out. It'll be linked in the corner. And second off, I'm going to recommend that you learn this trick on rail. Now both of these are recommendations, you don't have to do them. If you're not too good at porn stars, not the end of the world, this trick will probably just help you get better at them. And if you're not a fan of skating rail, you're probably going to be better off doing it on the obstacle you feel more comfortable with. So don't worry about them too much, it's just my recommendations. Now let's try to learn the trick. Step 1 for learning the unity. What I want you to do is go do 3 porn star grinds on the rail. When you're doing these grinds, I want you to really focus on your back foot, the foot that's in the H block. Make sure you're getting that foot in your backside plate and try to put a little bit of weight on it. When you go up to jump off the end of the rail, see if you can slide that foot a little bit. Just really get the feel for putting weight on that foot and build your confidence up and trusting having weight on that foot. Once you've done that and you're feeling really good about it, let's move on to step 2. Step 2 is stalling the unity, and it's as simple as it sounds. I want you to just stall the unity grind. So when you're jumping into this, I want you to cross your legs at your ankles. This will get your feet at the right angle more than at your knees. You'll be a lot more stable. It'll help you get into your backside plates because both your feet should be in your backside plates when you're grinding this. So this will help you be a lot more sturdy on the grind and be able to hold it a lot better. I want you to get your shoulders above your feet and you should be facing into the rail, and your weight should be distributed about 55% on your dominant foot, which would be the foot in front, your royale backside foot, if that makes sense, or your sole foot in the porn star grind, and then 45% on the other. They're pretty evenly distributed weight, but you do still have a dominant foot in this grind. Once you've stalled it 3 times and you're feeling really good about it, move on to step 3. Now in step 3, here's where it gets interesting. We're going to start grinding the trick. But don't worry, we're not jumping right into it. What I want you to do to get the feel for it is I want you to just tap the end of the rail. You don't want to have to worry about holding it. Just skate up to the end of the rail and unity tap as much as you feel comfortable doing. Just use it to feel out what it's like to slide this trick and to find the balance point without having to worry about falling on the obstacle and slipping out. Do this 3 times again, build your confidence up, and then move on to step 4. I'll give you one guess what this step is. Oh, that's right, we're going to be actually grinding the unity this time. So now instead of grinding the end, I want you to try grind the obstacle from the start and just go for it. When you're grinding this, I want you to be leaning into your front foot or your backside foot, just because the bail for sticking forward is much safer than the bail for slipping back. If you're getting wheel bite somehow on rail, I don't know what happened to me, so it happens. You need to be getting a little bit lower, so try squat down a little bit more. There's a tip for if you are falling in this trick. This works for any trick on rail. If you have the chance, grab the rail. When you grab the rail, you'll save yourself from any kind of whack slip out you've got. Even if you're upside down, you'll land back on your feet because you grabbed the rail. So that's how you bail it. And now for landing this trick, don't worry about it too much. Don't think about unwrapping your feet or anything. Just do whatever comes natural. Usually when you get towards the end of the rail, you'll naturally unwrap and come out fakie. some people can't forward, so don't fight it. Just go with the flow with it. Don't worry about trying to unwrap your feet while you're in the grind. That'd be more of a advanced step from this grind, so don't worry about doing that. If you're having trouble holding the grind to the end, if you're getting in it but you just can't hold it, first off, make sure you get your shoulders above your feet on the rail. And secondly, as soon as you see your feet clip into the grind and they're in, look towards the end of the rail. Just spot the end of the rail, and generally 9 times out of 10 you'll make it to the end. It's the biggest balance tip I can give, and I'm going to give it in every single tip trick I do. Works with every trick. And hopefully with those tips, you've now just landed the unity at least once. So what I want you to do is land it 3 times, preferably in a row, but if you land it 3 times, I'm going to say you've officially learnt the unity grind. Now, just to wrap this tutorial up, I'm just going to give you some quick bonus tips. So if you're trying to do this unity on ledge and not rail, everything's the same, I'm going to say, except you're just going to need to get a little bit lower. If you are getting wheel bite, you just need to wax the ledge and yeah, bend your knees a little bit more, keep your knees further apart in the unity, cross at the ankles, and yeah, don't lean back. I know everything in you is telling you to lean back, but don't. You still got to stay on top of your feet. And finally, for trying to do this trick on quarter, similar thing. Only thing that's changing is where you're leaning. What you want to do is you want to lean back into the quarter as you do it. So when you come up to the grind, just think about landing back in the transition. Otherwise, it's exactly the same. Congratulations. I hope this helped you out and you learnt the unity grind. If it did, leave a like down below. If you've watched this series before, you know I used to do a summary at the end. I decided to cut it out because I felt like it was kind of pointless. Let me know if I should bring it back or not. But yeah, that's it for the unity tip trick. Let me know what other tricks you'd like me to do a tutorial on. I'm kind of out of ideas already, so any help will be super cool. If you want to see more, remember to subscribe down below. I'm hoping to do one almost every Friday, but I'm already out of ideas, so I'm not going to promise that. But yeah, thanks so much for watching, guys. Huge shout out to my patrons, Brothers Blading, Deb, Dennis, Fabian, Floey, Freaky Geeks Podcast, Matt and Mike. And I'll see you guys on Wednesday. Peace out.